Richie, a disappointing result. What would you have learnt from that very much changed team?
Well, the lads needed fitness. You look at the end of the game. The plan wasn't to play Craigie for 90 minutes, but to be fair, he got through it. The plan wasn't to get Jack Morehouse for 90 minutes, but he got through it. I mean, the last 20 minutes are just running on empty. But fitness, yeah. Lamar, who I thought he was bright at times, needed the game. Joe White needed the game, and it was probably 7 or 8 that needed that game. So I think when you get to the first round of this cup, you want to go through, obviously, but I think it's more important put him in the right place for when they get an opportunity to play in the league. And
there seem to be a couple of injuries as well. Isn't them significant?
Yeah, obviously Zek has twisted his knee or done something to knee, so we need to take him off. Charlie's got blisters, so we needed to take him off, and then that kind of just messed our planned what we wanted to do. So he's probably two, especially Jack Morehouse and Craig at the end was running on empty.
So going back to, in terms of what you've learned, how many of those players would be knocking on the door to be included on Saturday in the visitor stop?
Well, there'll be a few in the squad. Definitely be a few in the squad, but I think the players' attitude on Saturday, if there's no injuries this week, we'll be more or less going with the same team. But it was an opportunity for tonight for some of them. And listen, I get it, they've not had much game time and they're not quite fit, they're getting up to speed. And these games are always difficult because them players have never played together. Same for Wycombe, and I thought at times it was disjointed by both teams. But I think in some patches you've seen quality moments from certain people. I remember Lamar showing a few bright moments, Jack Morehouse when he glided past 3 or 4 players. I think we had a really good spell just before they scored, funnily enough. We probably should have scored. But yeah, disappointed because it was another opportunity in the next round to get these same lads more minutes. But at the moment, because the lads that played on Saturday and done really, really well, if there's no injuries to that team, then it'll be very similar to that.
And of course, a competitive start for Charlie Willins.
Yeah, like I say, he's been with us for 7-8 weeks now. He obviously started at left back, which is probably his least favourite position, but we needed to play someone left back. Tom James has got a slight calf, and Teo's experienced men's football with us for the first time, and the intensity that he plays at, you need to look after him because he's a sprinter, everything he does. And that highlighted when he run from left wing to right wing from left back to right wing to nearly score that chance. So he can fill in 4 or 5 positions. We moved him to the 10 before he had to come off because of his blisters. So he'll add to the squad. He's a young player that, as I said in my notes, that we'll give an opportunity to. But at the moment, like I said, the starting 11, he's probably 3 or 4 pushing them hard, but he would be below that at this moment in time.
It's unusual for a father and son relationship in the first team.
He does it. I've had one before with Steve McMahon, but it doesn't really bother me. I don't treat him once we pass that white line and once we to the training ground. I judge people on how they perform, how they interact with the teammates, how they interact with the staff, and how professional they are, and the workload to improve as an individual, and then to get in a team. I've seen so much improvement in working, and I think it wasn't planned, but I think the more he's worked with Omar and seen like the quality experienced players that we've got and how they work, I think he's grown into the idea. So like I say, it's a short-term contract for him, it's an opportunity for him, and let's see where we're at. The fact that he can play in multiple positions, when tonight you're getting injuries, you're getting people knackered, and then you've got obviously Aaron Conley tight quad, you've got Sean Clare tight groin, you've got obviously TJ with his calf, and you've got Ish. Our squad is not the biggest, so someone like that can fill in probably 6-7 positions can come in handy.
Will there be more joining now?
I think the only one that potentially we're looking at now is a striker. Alfie Lloyd's got that consultancy with his surgeon tonight, so we might know the results in the next half an hour, and once we get them results, we'll know what them results will guide us to.
Have you got players lined up?
We've got 1 or 2, yeah. But again, because this is the second week, a lot of them players are obviously on the periphery of their parent club, so they'll be involved tonight. One of them actually started for the parent club and one was on a bench. So I've not checked the score, I've not checked how long they played, so we're just obviously in the hands of the parent club.
Will there be another 11 changes at the weekend, do you think?
But again, it will depend on how training goes tomorrow, if we can get to the weekend unscathed. I'm pretty happy with the squad. I think we've got a lot of quality in it, and obviously the centre forward were light, and it was a good opportunity for Azim to show us what he could do tonight. And then behind that, we've got some talented players. They just need to. Some of the game management moments was really poor. We should have dominated that game more, and we should have stopped their threat. Their threat was counter-attack. So again, we'll learn from it in terms of the game management. A lot of that was a young team tonight. Apart from Reg and Simpson, that was a really young team. So you expect mistakes, but it's all about learning from them. So it was a great opportunity. The easiest thing for me to do was put out another strong team, but then they're always chasing the tail. I need them. This was a game for information, and it gave me a little bit. I wanted more, but it's given me a little bit of information.